Warahmatullahi Wabarakatuh, and very good morning. Hi, I'm Hadi as a moderator in this forum. Would like to give you overview about what the means of the professional run business and also family run business. So today, before we start, we like to thank to our organizer, Mr. Sun Malaysia, for inviting us to come here to do our forum here. And then we want to introduce you three special guests that will become our panel for this forum. The first one is Dato Dato Nurul Husna Aini Muhammad Fauzi, the CEO of Zamil Group. Hi, welcome to the UC Science Malaysia. And the second one is Associate Professor Nurliana Idrus, CEO of SNS Accounting and Business Service. Hi, welcome, Miss. And then the third one is special guest from our host, UC Science Malaysia, Dr. Nur Shahida binti Mohamad, an economics lecturer of Economics School of Science, Social Science, UC Science Malaysia. So, and then the last one, we like to our audience from the Persatuan Perempuan Pulau Pinang. Thank you for coming here. So before we start our forum, we are from the channel 2. We like to give overview what is the meaning of the professional run business and also family run business. So let's see the overview.
From a market perspective? Well, family businesses, are of course going to always be an important part of the Indian business structure, just like they are in other Asian countries, because in Asia, family businesses are very, very important. And actually, family businesses are also quite important in the West, though we don't always hear that often about them. Having said that I think family businesses, will always have a role to play, because a well-run family business, a professionally run family business, can be having great strengths, which sometimes a public stockholding company, which is with a diversified stockholder base and a diversified shareholding base and a professional management cannot, because a great family business combines professional management with the long-term vision and perspective of a family business, and when you get that combination, it can be extremely powerful.
Having a village manager really can oftentimes take the feel of the politics out of it for a business. And there's an open dialogue with them to understand their concerns and what their needs are, so that we can work together with them to keep and maintain those businesses in our community.
If you're in a community, you don't want to be the only one out there. You don't want to be isolated. And Glenview really has the feel of good businesses that have been supported and want to be here a long time.
We actually have a staff that is their goal, is to reach out to the business community, make sure that we understand how we're being perceived, what issues that they're having.
Communities and villages such as Woodridge make it conducive to grow a business. They become your partner more so than an adversary.
We lean on them for assistance and guidance in a number of things regarding how to get through some of the politics in government, what we can do in regards to what's legal, what's not legal, in regards to building something or purchasing something. It's good to get information from a variety of sources, and they're very helpful.
We have a county board chair and a county manager that have actively reached out to the business community, and quite successfully. That's much of the strength of this county, that they've worked in a partnership rather than separately in that regard, and it's been very helpful.
It's very collaborative, very interactive, and for us has been a very easy process to work with within the village of Glenview.
I think the professional managers here have reached out to many good businesses and drawn them into the community.
Just now we have seen the overview of this business. So, as we know that all audience know about the business, but they didn't know very detailed about the professional run business and also family run business. So, the first one, our panel, Dato Nur Husna Aini Muhammad Fauzi, the CEO of Zamil Group. I want to ask you, what the means of the professional runs business and also family run business, and then what the advantage and disadvantage of this business, and also can you explain more detail about your business and what business that you do for your business?
Okay, thank you, moderator. Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Firstly, thank you for the organizer because invite me as your panel. It's an honor for me. Without wasting any time, I will try my best to answer all the questions from the moderator. Okay, firstly, I would like to share about my company. Okay, my company is Zamil Group Holding Company. It actually was founded by the late Sheikh Abdullah Al-Hamid Al-Zamil, an aspiring Saudi Arabian entrepreneur who established a modest trading entity selling food items and textiles. Okay, later he expanded his business successfully into real estate investment in Saudi Arabia. Okay, I know maybe you all be curious what is relation me and this Saudi Arabian. Okay, actually this company founder is my husband's great grandparents. So my husband and I now try to make the company more successful. Okay, for the question that my perspective in professional business and the family business, I think maybe the professional business should suitable if she answering, then I just talk about the family business only. Okay, for the easy way, the family business is actually a business in which 2 or more family members are involved, and the majority of ownership or control lies within a family. Okay, why most of the people prefer to continue the family business rather than open their professional business? This is my perspective view. Okay, first, when we continue our family business, actually much more committed. The family members are much more committed in continue their business because most of the individual in family business want to protect their family name, because the family business actually refer to our family name, actually our image, our honest. Okay, this even prevented us from expanding just to avoid government corruption or risking the safety of our employees. Next, most family members have a solid informal training. Like my husband already been trained by the parents and their grandparents before he hold the position as the CEO of the Zamil Group. Okay, and most of the leadership in this company is actually the same because he already trained by his parents, by his grandparents. So they actually, when we refer to the family business, we don't have to worry about their ability and skills because they already been trained before. Okay, lastly, without wasting the time, the biggest advantage of running family business is the fact that family members go along well with each other. Okay, I will give you some examples. You can just consider how Guido and his brothers follow and Luca improve their family, their father's guerrilla group. They did not only make profit but also expanded internationally. So this is 3 of the advantage that I can give to you now. So I hope it's enough for me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Datuk Nurul Husna, for give a more detailed and very strong evidence about the family run business. Okay, without wasting our time, we like to invite Dr. Associate Professor Nurliana Idrus, CEO of SNS Accounting and Business Service. Hi, welcome to UNC Science Malaysia. From your perspective, Professor, I would like to know what the means of the professional run business. And can you explain more about your business? What business that you do in accounting and business service actually?
Okay, thank you to Mr. by the moderator. Professionally run business is any business that based on qualification and also the experience, which the top management are recruited from based on that. Okay, professional run business may be the most complex form of business organization. Okay, whereby all the employees are professionally trained. They are given the train from the company itself to guide and give to guide them towards the best performance in company. Okay, for instance, as the owner of SNS Accounting and Business Service, we are run by highly skilled of top management and experienced accountants team working to assist in bookkeeping, business plan, taxation service, and also benchmark analysis, and besides that, also the business service to the clients. Okay, the top executive in each department played a big role in organizing, planning, leading, and controlling the company, and also in order to accomplish the goals. Okay, in addition, we can see that there are many fresh graduates that manage to obtain bachelor degrees. They will compete to get the job in this area nowadays, whereas the company are putting high qualification to employ new employees. And for those who have the experience, will be beneficial in to get a job, because it will give a big chance for them, where the company itself also looking for it. Okay, in a big scope, company need to take the initiative in managing business professionally in order to adapt with external forces, for example, like economy, technologies, and also to compete with the competitors in these areas. Okay, it is vital, especially for small business and growing company, to be stable and compete with other competitors. And therefore, becoming professionally run business will enhance the development of company in the world and in a point of view, and be sustainability in highly competitive matters. Okay, I think that is the general meaning of professionally run business. For example, as the owner of SNS Accounting and Business Service, we are very strict to the management of our company in order to professionally train the employees and all the goals in order to achieve the best result and be well known in the world. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Professor Nordliana Idrus, CEO of SNS Accounting and Business Service. So we like to proceed our forum with the last panel that we give will explain to us from the economic perspective about what the means by the professional run business and also family run business. So can you explain more about the both business entity?
Okay, thank you for the moderator, Mr. Hadi, and a very good afternoon for all the audience, panels, and of course the moderators. Okay, when we said about the family family-owned business and the professionally run business, the family-owned business had a higher chance in outperforming the professionally run business. It can shown in a study by Professor Pankos Potsaris of the Cyprus Institute of Management that 42 companies of the London Stock Exchange listed family firms outperformed their listed non-family rivals by 40% from 1999 to 2005. That are said that family-owned business have a higher chance in expanding their companies. So in economic view, it is a good thing. I mean, you can increase the employment of a certain country, and it can boost up their economy for the certain country. And to an extent, family controls yields another benefit, such as in academic research and experience from many companies and investors all show that a certain degree of family ownership or control provides positive benefits to the family business and its shareholders, because it provides longer-term strategic focus, better alignment of management, and focus on core activities. But when we say about the long term, well, actually it's quite in advantage of the professional run business, because they tend to do the job professionally. So there are no cases like some fraud or something like that. It always associate with the family-owned business, because not all the family members are actually good in managing the company, so it's a bit hard. For the first and the second generation, yeah, it could be a good thing because the CEO is actually the founder. But when we say about the third, fourth generation, yeah, they are living in luxury. They of course tend to be lenient in the management, so they don't do the strict formalities in the companies itself. So it's an advantage in the professionally run business. So it's a pros and cons in each companies. You have just to look at it in an advantage way, and for the weaknesses you have to overcome it. Okay, that's all.
Thank you for the strong explanation from Dr. Nur Shahida binti Mohammed, economics of lecturer of Economic School of Social Science, UC Science Malaysia. So now we open the inquiries for the audience to ask. Is there anyone want to ask the question to our panels? Oh yeah, we get one from there. Okay. Please introduce yourself before you want to ask.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Before I start to give question, let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Shamira Sulaiman, representative of Penang Women Association. I want to ask 3 questions to the panel. My first question is for Dato' Usna, representative of the family firm. Okay. As Ms. briefly explained earlier, the company has a lot of advantage and easily to establish. However, there may be a percentage of certain dilemma among the family members. Usually in the well-known successful company, they tend to be more materialistic. So, Miss, as a reputable lady, how you deal with the issue to keep maintain a reputable company? Yeah.
Okay, thank you for those who asking the question. Okay, from the question, I can deny that those things will happen in the some of organization, but there are some of the ways to prevent this from happening. First, the head of the family should be fair in giving power and the position in an organization with regards their abilities and their strength. In addition, the head of the family should apply the elements of the togetherness among families so that they will not fight one day despite having a complicated situation and hard situation. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for Dato for giving the answer very clear. So we like to open again. Any other audience want to ask?
I would like to ask Datuk Liana, representative of S&S Accounting and Business Service, regarding to this topic. Before this, Datuk Husna said that family-run business are easy to build compared to professional-run business. In the real world, we can see that most people tend to choose to set up a business related to family business. What the initiative that can be made to encourage business company to challenge them in choosing professional run business? Sorry, I just have two questions because third question if Datuk Husna said.
Thank you to the audience for asking the question. Okay, it is normal for a company to be ups and down in managing the strategies and also the performance to reach the high expectation of many factors. For example, stakeholders and also the economy demand. Okay, this problem is such a big deal where the startup business or small business tend to choose to start with family run business rather than professionally run business. And apart from that, we as the company and also the important organization should take the initiatives that can be made to encourage the business company to challenge them in choosing professional run business. Now, one of it is the small business or the startup business can be exposed to, we can expose them towards the benefits and access in joining professional run business. For example, like my company, we are organizing a seminar for the small business or anyone that would like to join in business from the bottom, and we provide or making a talk to them about the benefit and also what they can get to become a professionally run business. And another one is the government can take the initiative to make maybe a business fair or also any programs related to expose the advantage and also the access of professional run business. So I hope that if anyone wants to join or to involve in professional run business, can take the initiative to join any activities that we make and also the government. Thank you.
For the answer from the Professor Noliana Idrus. So we can conclude that the professional run business and also family run business have a different and also the similar characteristic. So we can see that family run business is conquered by the family members and also and the professional run business is more to the emphasize on the qualification of the employee. So thank you for our panel for spending your time to come here to give the explanation to join the forum. So and also we also want to give a big applause to our organizer for giving us opportunity to do our forum here. So that's all from us. So thank you for watching our forum.